In a contested divorce, we would go ahead and file the case and have the other party served by either the sheriff's department or a private process server. That initiates the case when we file the divorce complaint and have the other side served. From there, you would get a temporary hearing. And a temporary hearing in a divorce case is where a judge would lay guidelines before everything explodes. Who's living in the house and who has to move out? How do bills get paid on a temporary basis? And what parenting time and support is on a temporary basis. The parties would operate under that temporary order until they have a final agreement or a final hearing to resolve the case and to be divorced. In a contested divorce, you are not eligible to get a final hearing until 6 months has passed. So it is a pretty lengthy process. So during the time between your temporary hearing and that temporary order and your final hearing, what happens during those months? There's a couple of things. First, most jurisdictions across the state require mediation. And mediation is a very good process. It's successful at settling cases about 80% of the time. If your case does not settle in mediation, then you'll just move forward and wait for that final hearing date. Also, during that time period between your temporary hearing and your final hearing, we go through what we call the discovery process. The discovery process is where your attorney will serve on the other side a stack of documents, and it is questions they have to answer, like listing out all of their bank accounts so that you know that you're aware of everything, asking the other side about any infidelities, asking the other side about retirement, for pay information, things of that nature. You also would request a notice to produce, and that is where they have to then give you copies of all those documents. You want to know what they have in their retirement account, what they have in their separate banking accounts, things of that nature. You can request phone records, text messaging, social media posts. All of that's done during the divorce process because you need those items to fully negotiate when you go into a mediation, or you need those items when you are preparing for a final hearing, because it's at a final hearing that a judge will make a final determination as to the children, custody support, and dividing out all of those property issues, your money, your house, the dog, the patio furniture, all of those fun things that parties often fight about in divorce cases.